Ladies and gentlemen, see, when you know your self-worth, you don't wait around hoping someone will finally see you. No, man. You walk in the room already knowing you're valuable, already knowing you're a blessing, already knowing that whoever gets to stand next to you better come correct. Because the minute you start begging for attention, you start losing pieces of yourself. You shrink. You question. You wonder if you're asking for too much. Let me make this plain. You are not asking for too much. You are asking the wrong man. A man who truly values you doesn't make you guess where you stand. He don't go ghost for 3 days and come back with weak excuses. He don't flirt with every woman with a pulse and expect you to just deal with it. No, a man who sees you, who respects you, shows up for you every single time. And he's consistent with it because he knows a woman like you don't come around twice. But it all starts with what you believe about yourself. You teach people how to treat you. And if you're settling for breadcrumbs, don't be surprised when you stay hungry. If you're letting them call you when it's convenient, show up when it's easy, disappear when life gets real, then sis, you're not living in your worth. You're living in his shadow. You got to be so sure of your value that even when your heart wants to stay, your spirit says, no, baby, we got to go. That's what self-worth does. It speaks louder than your loneliness. It keeps you from answering those late night calls. It helps you block that number, not because you don't care anymore. Now, I get it. Love can cloud things. It can make you think maybe I'm the problem. Maybe I just need to be more patient. But there's a difference between patience and punishment. Don't punish yourself waiting for a man to act right. You can love someone and still walk away. You can want him to change and still choose yourself. That's not selfish. That's self-respect. And the moment you tap into that, the moment you stop settling, stop chasing, stop begging, let me break it down for you. Love is supposed to be a two-way street. It ain't supposed to be one person doing all the giving while the other one just takes, and takes. That's not a relationship, that's a hustle. And too many women out here are getting played because they mistake consistency on their part as commitment from the other person. Let me tell you something real right now. If you're the only one pouring into it, then it ain't love. It's labor. And you're doing it alone. When a man truly loves you, he doesn't leave you hanging. He doesn't leave you questioning. He doesn't expect you to carry the emotional weight of the relationship while he just coasts. Love isn't proven through grand words. It's proven through consistent action. A man should be showing up, matching your effort, and bringing peace to your life. If you're losing sleep over someone who sleeps fine without you, then baby, you're in the wrong situation. You shouldn't have to fight for basic respect. You shouldn't have to beg someone to be present in your life. Love that's real shows up even on the hard days. It's not just there for the fun, the laughs, or the benefits. It's there when life gets ugly too. And if he's only around when it's convenient, then you're not in a relationship, you're in a contract you never signed. You've got to stop accepting one-sided energy. Stop thinking you can love him hard enough to make him change. You can't. That's not your job. It's not your responsibility to fix a man who's broken. Especially when he won't even admit he's cracked. You keep trying to be his peace, and he keeps bringing you chaos. That's not love. That's emotional robbery. Real love says, I see you, I value you, I'll meet you where you're at. It's reciprocal. It's mutual. It's give and take, not give and give until you got nothing left. Some of y'all are emotionally drained, mentally tired, and spiritually empty because you keep trying to be everything for someone who won't even be something for you. And the truth is, when you stop forcing it, when you stop carrying a relationship on your back, ladies, don't let someone use you up and call it love. Don't let them confuse your loyalty for weakness. You deserve someone who shows up for you the way you show up for them. Someone who understands that love is not one-sided. Someone who knows that if you're building something together, both of y'all got to pick up a brick, not just you. Because love without reciprocity, that's not love. That's a slow burn, a heartbreak. You know, it was wild. Some men don't realize what they had until you ain't there no more. See, as long as you're available, picking up the phone, showing up, forgiving, holding it down, even when he's half-stepping, he gets comfortable. He thinks you'll always be there. He thinks he's got time. He thinks you ain't going nowhere. And why wouldn't he? You've been loving him through his nonsense, giving him chance after chance, hoping he'll see you. But he didn't, because he never had to. You made it too easy for him to take you for granted. But then one day, something shifts. You stop calling, you stop showing up, you start making excuses for his behavior. You get tired, not just tired of him, but tired of betraying yourself just to keep the peace. And that right there, that's the moment everything changes. Because when a woman decides she's done, she ain't loud with it. She don't send no warning shots. She just moves different, quietly, peacefully, but with power. And that man, he starts to notice all those things he overlooked, your loyalty, your kindness, your consistency, your softness. Suddenly they ain't so common anymore. Suddenly the women he thought he had options with don't hold a candle to the woman who used to pray for him. That's when it starts hurting. That's when he realizes what he fumbled. And here's the thing, by the time he wakes up, you're already gone. You've already healed, already grown, already found your peace. And now he's stuck with regret, thinking about what he could have done differently. But baby, the time to do right was when you were still giving him your all. When you were still answering late night calls, still cooking meals for a man who wouldn't even feed your spirit, still defending him to your friends while he embarrassed you behind your back. The wake-up call don't always come with tears. Sometimes it comes with silence. Sometimes it comes when he sees you living your best life, smiling without him, thriving in ways he never thought you could. And you didn't do it to make him jealous. You did it because you finally remembered who the hell you are. And once a woman remembers her worth, it's a wrap. You can't manipulate her. You can't breadcrumb her. You can't use her. Not anymore. That's the moment he feels it. The moment he understands the depth of the woman he lost. But that lesson, that's his to carry now. Because you're not coming back. You're not rewinding the clock. You gave him enough time. Now it's his turn to sit in that space and realize he had something real, and he let it slip right through his hand. Let me tell you something. It hurts. Lord knows it hurts when someone you loved, someone you trusted, someone you gave your heart to, turns around and breaks it like it was nothing. That kind of pain, it cuts deep. It'll have you questioning your worth, your choices, your sanity. You sit there wondering what you did wrong, why you weren't enough, and how somebody you care for could look you in the face and still lie to you. I get it. That kind of pain is heavy. But let me tell you something even more real. That same pain can be your power. See, heartbreak can either break you down or build you up. And the difference, that's in how you respond. You got two choices. You can stay in that pain, let it consume you, let it make you bitter, or you can rise up out of it, stronger, smarter, and more in love with yourself than you've ever been. Because pain is a teacher. And when it's done teaching you, baby, you'll never be the same again. What most people don't realize is some of your greatest growth will come from your lowest moments, your own resilience. You realize I made it through that. I survived what I thought would destroy me. That's power. A lot of women don't know just how powerful they are until they've been through some pain. You didn't ask for it. You didn't deserve it. But you came out of it with a new kind of fire in your soul. You learned how to say no. You learned how to set boundaries. You learned how to protect your peace. That's what pain does. It sharpens you. It teaches you who's for you and who's only with you for the ride. And let's be clear, he may have hurt you, but he didn't break you. You may have cried, but you didn't give up. You may have doubted yourself, but you didn't stay down. That's strength. That's what makes you powerful. You use what was meant to crush you and turn it into your comeback story. That's the kind of strength no one can take from you. So yeah, it hurts, but don't be ashamed of your pain. Don't hide from it. Use it. Let it push you. Let it fuel you. Let it remind you that you're still here, still standing, still capable of love, but now with eyes wide open. That pain, it woke up a new version of you. One that's wiser, one that's tougher, and one that knows damn well she'll never let herself be treated like that again. Sometimes, when life don't go the way you planned, when the relationship you prayed for falls apart, when the man you thought was your forever walks away or plays you like you never mattered, it can feel like punishment, like God forgot about you, like you're being left behind. But let me tell you something that's going to change how you see it. That rejection wasn't punishment. That was protection. That man didn't leave you, he freed you. You just couldn't see it yet. See, we get so caught up in what we want, we forget to ask if it's what we need. You thought he was the one because you loved him hard. You saw his potential. You built dreams around him. But God saw everything you couldn't see. He saw the lies behind your back, the conversations you didn't hear, the disrespect you kept brushing off just to keep the peace. So sometimes God has to remove what we're holding on to just to protect us from what's coming. It might not make sense right away. You sitting there heartbroken, replaying every memory, trying to figure out how it all went left. But what you don't know is that heartbreak was your wake-up call. That pain, there was God shaking your spirit saying, I got something better for you, but I can't give it to you while you're still tied to the wrong one. And listen, the wrong one will always come with warning signs. You just got to stop ignoring them. The mixed signals, the empty promises, the way he made you feel more anxious than secure. That wasn't love. That was confusion dressed up in charm. You were trying to build a future with a man who didn't even know how to show up in the present. And the reason it didn't work out, that was divine protection. Because here's the thing. Sometimes your blessing is not in what you get, but in what you lose. You think you're being broken, but really you're being broken free. Free from emotional gains, from settling, from being the only one fighting to make it work. And once that door closes, another one will open, but only if you stop standing in the doorway of what you thought it should have been. You've got to trust the redirection. That man walking out, that relationship ending, that silence where his voice used to be, that's not the end of your story. That's the reroute. That's life saying, no, baby girl, this ain't it. I got something higher, better, deeper. But you can't get there holding on to him. So don't curse to goodbye. Don't hate the closed door. Thank it, because it saved you from wasting more of your light on someone who couldn't even hold your shadow. What you thought was rejection was really your protection. What you thought was a loss was a setup for something so much greater. And trust me, when that real love shows up, you understand exactly why the old one had to go. One of the hardest things you'll ever do is let go of somebody you love, especially when you were willing to give them everything. But sometimes you got to stop fighting for a seat at a table where you were never meant to sit. See, you don't have to throw a scene, cuss them out, or get revenge. Nah, that ain't your style. Letting go with grace, that's a whole different level of strength. That's power most people don't even understand. Grace don't mean you weren't hurt. Grace don't mean you didn't cry yourself to sleep some nights. It just means you made peace with what happened. It means you chose healing over chaos, peace over pain, and growth over bitterness. Because when you stop chasing someone who never truly saw you, you start finding yourself again. And the beautiful part, that's when he starts noticing, when you stop checking for him. See, grace is walking away without dragging yourself down in the process. It's not about proving a point, it's about preserving your soul. It's about knowing you don't need closure from somebody who never gave you clarity in the first place. You ain't in the business of chasing people. You're in the business of choosing yourself. He might expect you to fight for him like you used to. He might be waiting for that message, that second chance, that open door. But this time, you move different. You chose dignity. You chose silence. And in that silence, he finally hears the echo of what he lost. Letting go doesn't make you weak, it makes you wise.